8th standard English. Students, now we are going to learn about unit 3 supplementary, the 3 questions. We have to continue that supplementary. Previous class, here comes someone running, said the hermit. Let us see who it is. Said the hermit, the wise man. Now we are talking about the section 2. The king turned round and saw a bearded man come running out of the wood. He comes from the wood. The man held his hands pressed against his stomach. When he was coming down, he pressed against his stomach. Actually, he has a beard and blood was flowing from under them. When he reached the king, he fell fainting on the ground. Giddiness. He fell fainting, unconscious stage. So that's fainting. Moaning feebly, the king and the hermit unfastened the man's clothing. There was a large wound in his stomach. King removed his shirt cloth and they found his stomach wound. The king washed it as best he could. The bandaged with his handkerchief. Through the handkerchief, he bandaged his stomach. With a towel the hermit had, and also hermit has one towel. But the blood would not stop flowing. So continuously it was coming, the blood from that beard man. And the king again and again removed the bandage soaked with the warm blood and washed and rebandaged the wound. When at last the blood ceased flowing, the man revived and asked for something to drink. And that beard man asked to that hermit and king, I need water to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave to him. King brought fresh water and gave it to him. Meanwhile, the sun had set and it had become cool. So the king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on that bed. Lying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and was quiet. But the king was so tired from his walk and from the work he had done that he crouched down on the threshold. Hermit asked to king, just you have to help him. And his walk and from the work he had done that crouched down on the threshold and also fell asleep so soundly that he slept all through the short summer night. He was sleeping well whole night. Hermit and king, they were discussing how to protect himself from that area. When he awoke in the morning, the beard man, when he awoke in the morning, it was long before he could remember where he was. After he woke up, just he remembered where he was, or who was the strange bearded man lying on the bed and gazing intently at him with shining eyes. So he didn't know where I am. So which place I am here. So who was protecting from the dangers? Forgive me, said the beard man in a weak voice. After he found, the beard man said to the king and hermit. What did he say? Forgive me, said the beard man in a weak voice. When he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him. After that, when he saw that the king was awake and was looking at him, I don't know you and have nothing to forgive you for, said the king. I don't know about you. Then why do you want to ask forgive me? Forgive us, said the king. You don't know me, but I know you. The beard man said to the king, you don't know me, but I know well. I am that enemy of yours. I am the enemy of yours who swore to revenge himself on you. Because you executed his brother and seized his property. Seized means snatched and grabbed, held off suddenly and forcibly. So executed his brother and seized his property. I knew you had gone alone to see the hermit, and I resolved to kill you on your way back. But the day passed and you didn't return. Actually, I have come for kill you, but you didn't come back. So that I have come here. Who said? The beard man said to the king. And I resolved to kill you on your way back, but the day passed and you didn't come, return. So I came out from my ampuse to find you. I came out from my ampuse, which means surprise attack, to find you. And came upon your bodyguard. And they recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from them, but should have bled to death had you not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you. Actually, I wished to kill you. I escaped from God. I escaped from them, but should have bled to death had not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. I have come to kill you, but you have saved my life. Now, if I live, and if you wish it, I will serve you as your most faithful slave. If you say that, I will serve as your most faithful slave, and will bid my sons do the same. Forgive me. So who asked? That beardman asked to the king. The king was very glad to have made peace with his enemy so easily, and to have gained him for a friend, and he not only forgave him. King not only forgave him, but said he would send his servants on his own physician to attend him, and promised to restore his property. And also he promised to restore his property. Having taken leave of the wounded man, the king went out in the porch and looked around for the hermit. Before going away, he wished once more to beg an answer to the questions he had put. So after that, after they finished discussed, finally king again raised the three questions. You didn't say any answers. So will you say the answers finally? Before going away, he wished once more to beg an answers to the questions he had put. The hermit was outside. On his knees, sowing seeds in the beds that had been dug the day before. The king approached him and said, "For the last time, I pray you to answer my question, wise man." The wise man here, hermit. This is last time. I pray you to answer my questions, wise man. "You have already been answered," said the hermit. Suddenly he answered, "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still crouching on his thin legs and looking up at the king, who stood before him. "How answers? What do you mean?" asked the king. What do you see? What did you say? How it is? What do you mean? "Do you not see?" replied the hermit. "If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday, and had not dug these beds for me, but had gone your way, that man would have attacked you, and you would have repented of not having stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds." So answer is in yourself. Just we have to find it. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when that man ran to us, the most important time was when you were attending to him. For if you had not bound up his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. Remember then, that is only one time that is important now. It is the most important time, because it is the only time when we have any power. The most necessary person is one with whom you are. Most necessary person is one with whom you are. For no man knows whether he will ever have dealings with anyone else, The most important affair is to do that person good, because for the purpose alone was man sent into this life. So every answers in yourself, you can find it easily. Who said? Hermit said to the king. Just glossary. Morning, soap, otherwise cry, unfasten, unto, disconnect, untie, disjoin. Revived, restored to life, otherwise consciousness. Crouched, bent or stopped. Threshold, doorstep, entrance. Seized, snatched, grabbed, held off suddenly and forcibly. Ampues, surprise, attack, trap, entrap, bounce on. Okay, students, the three questions: hermit and king and the beard man. So, okay, just I hope you all understood that the three questions. Thank you.